Good afternoon, Kelly. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you too.
So talk Meditech and COVID to me. I heard that you recently built a COVID registry for one of the clients that we're working with. They're running a mass version of Expanse. I don't know. That sounds exciting to me. Tell me more about it. Break it down.
Yeah, so what I helped them do originally was to create a registry for them to track their COVID positive patients. They are in Arizona, and Arizona was actually asking not to send duplicate positives. And in Arizona, that's a patient that's had more than one positive within a 90-day period. So if you had tested positive for COVID, back in November, and then you test positive in December, they didn't want you to get reported again. So they had been trying to run reports through lab, and it was a lot of manual looking up a patient. They could easily run a report in lab to get the daily positives, but then having to check each patient manually to see if they had had a prior positive result before submitting that patient to the state. So by creating this registry, we're able to pull all the COVID results for the site, and then they're easily able to look right on the registry if they've had a positive within that 90-day period and weed those patients out. But they can do a lot more than that with the registry. They can be able to get a general idea of how many, COVID positive patients they've had, how many COVID tests in general they've done, which tests they've done in-house, how many tests are they sending out to external labs, and manipulate the data a little bit and help them see their numbers.
So that's exciting. So using the registry functionality, it just sounds like it's better and above and beyond what they were able to do just from regular reports. Great. That sounds exciting. I think that's definitely something that will interest people that are rolling out Expanse or Mass. I'm sure it saves them time. It probably saves them quite a bit of anxiety around the whole situation too, as they have to report to the state. And I'm sure Arizona is not the only state out there that's looking to try to exclude anybody that's already tested positive. Not that you know this, but are they saying, is there a certain range on that? Because I know people can get COVID again for a second or third time even. They want to include those folks, or are they out of the population too, for that example?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the 90-day period is the timeline right now to say that it can linger in your system. Because even though you can get COVID again, they're somehow pick the 90 days. And I know everything's changing with COVID, and this could change. They picked 90 days to be, that's just the same COVID result as before.
Okay.
So that may change down the road. But after the 90 days, if you were to test positive, they would want to get that new result is my understanding. But hey, another registry that I helped them work on more recently, when the vaccine came out, was to create them a registry for them to track how many employees have had the vaccine. And what the state was looking for is how many employees they have, who's been vaccinated on their first dose, who's completed the second dose, and who has not had the vaccine at all. So this registry was able to pull that information for them as well. And then also, they were able to utilize it to see if anybody's overdue for their second dose, because it tells you if the patient was completed, if they've just had one, or if they're even due for their second. So that's been really helpful for them as well in reporting COVID vaccines to the state for their employees. And then we created a second one because the state also wanted to know how many outside patients have been vaccinated, non-employees. Same type of statistics, how many outside patients have had their first dose, and as well as their second dose. So because working with the site, we were able to establish the workflows of having using the ambulatory module to register both employee health patients and outside patients to different locations, and then to be able to pull that data for them as well. So that's been very beneficial for them to track those numbers.
Hey, that's exciting. I think 2 years ago, I didn't know many of our clients even having too much utilization of the registry functionality at all. So to see it come into a little bit more regular usage, and in this case, to be able to to actually do some things almost in real time as states require reporting. It's pretty exciting. So I know you're super busy. Every time I talk to you, you're on a different project. So I think for anybody that's interested in learning more, please vet it through me, and then from there I can either hook you up with more details or information. Maybe there's a pass through to talk to Kelly or somebody else on our team. I welcome the inquiry, though. It sounds like something that might become pretty popular as they hear about it. So thanks for your work on that, Kelly. Hey, are you ready for the hot seat question? I got to ask you. I know this is like your third or fourth one.
Always ready. Always ready.
All right, cool. So something pressing for me, something I'm familiar with. I don't think you dealt with it this week in where you're living down in the Carolinas, but I did. We had 15 inches of snow. So I want you to use your imagination here. Let's pretend your electricity goes out. Mine, that's something I'm familiar with. You may have with some of the other weather that happened out earlier in the year. There's a global pandemic causing you to stay in the confines and the safety of your own home. It's also a Friday, and the roads won't be cleared out until Sunday. So meaning you can't get out of there. You're stuck just to put a meal together for you and your family based on the contents of what you currently have that is not spoiled yet in your fridge. What are you cooking for dinner tonight?
We love Thai food, and so I even make my own Thai sometimes with just like coconut milk and curry and a protein chicken and whatever veggies I have in the fridge. So that's probably what we would make, and then put that over some rice. And
Sounds
we'd have
good.
to have some wine with it too, of course.
I might come over. There you go.
Yeah, come
Up in the
over.
next flight. Either that or I might just order some Thai because now you got me hungry.
You're always welcome.
Well, awesome. Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it. Again, thanks for all your contributions to the time that we're in right now, for all the healthcare organizations that we work with, and then also our employees, too, in your community. Stay safe, be healthy, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
You too, Damien. Have a good one. Thanks.
All right, take care.
Bye.